Welcome to Sports Close-Up. Mike Farrell, co-host today. Dave Carr. Dave, thanks for coming in.
It's quite welcome. Glad to be here.
The show today, Edinboro University Wrestling. We're here with the new head coach of the program, Matt Hill. And Coach, thanks for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
All right, tell us a little background about yourself, where you went to high school. Obviously, you started wrestling when you were a youngster, and how it led to this position.
I grew up in western Pennsylvania, down in the Beaver County area, right on the Ohio River. Freedom Area School District is where I grew up. I could see the Ohio River from where my house was. It still is my parents' house. And wrestled at Freedom, and then I got recruited up here to Edinboro. Came in incoming class of 2002. That would have been the fall of 2002, and then I graduated 2007.
And you wrestled with an outstanding wrestler here.
Yeah.
And then where'd you go?
I got an opportunity to be a graduate assistant position over at Kent State in Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
I did that for 2 years and got to, get my feet wet in the coaching field over there. So I had a pretty cool experience.
How'd you get here? The position opened up, and then
it kind of just all was a domino effect with things. I saw that, West Virginia job opened up and Tim Flynn took it, and as soon as I heard that, it was a no-brainer for me.
Well, you wrestled for Tim up here, didn't you?
I wrestled for Tim. Tim's my mentor. I still talk to Tim probably once a week over the phone or text message, whatever way you can communicate these days, but I talk to Tim a lot. So.
And you brought one of your assistants with you here, diplomas with you?
Yeah, so Mike's he's a WPL guy like me.
Mm-hmm.
I recruited him in high school to Kent. He ended up coming to Edinboro. I had a good relationship with his high school coach. I actually wrestled his high school coach a few times, Matt Leby. He's a West Virginia.
Oh, Matt Leby.
Yeah, Matt was as a Mountaineer at West Virginia. He beat me a couple times. I think I only beat him once, but we had a good relationship, and he told me about Mike, and it just didn't work out, but he came here to Edinboro, and then there was a couple pretty good guys named Mitchell Port and David Habit that were in the lineup, and Mike wanted an opportunity to wrestle somewhere, and Flynn released him, and we ended up being able to get a good quality wrestler like Mike, a good person. Now he's my colleague and assistant coach.
Oh, that's great. And then when you were at Kent as an assistant, not too long, you had a national champion over there too. Is that correct?
Yeah, we had a couple good guys over there. Dustin Kilgore ended up being our national champ. He
197 pounds. Is that right?
Yeah, Dustin Kilgore, good friend of mine now, and just. He came in. He's a super hard worker. He's an Edinboro type wrestler, and he did really well.
So what do you got coming up this year? Interesting matches here at Edinboro.
We have some upcoming matches that people can get excited for. The University of Oklahoma will be coming in, and
that'll be a good one.
Led by Lou Roselli, former fighting Scot.
Is that where Lou is now?
Yeah, Lou's the head coach at Oklahoma University.
Oh, I didn't realize that. I know he went to Ohio State, and he's down at Oklahoma now.
Yeah, so Lou will be there, and he's coming in town for us to wrestle us, and we have a couple other dual meets. As Cleveland State will be here, and then also Lock Haven and Clarion, and then also we'll have our annual Edinboro Open on February 2nd.
Right.
Yeah.
Tell us about. Let's back up a little bit, Coach. Tell us about your family, your own immediate family.
I have two little boys, Lincoln and Knox, 4 and 2 years old. So
keep you busy.
Yeah, they keep me real busy. My wife, she's a school teacher down in Saegertown now. So, and she's been with me. I've known my wife more than half my life. I've been dating her since I was 9th grade. So
wow.
Yeah.
So when you applied for this position, you sit down with the wife and say, "Honey, this is what I want to do." And obviously you could get the wife's blessing.
Yeah, I did, and I think the thing was I had to make a decision, and it was something that she knew was my dream job. She knew that this is that I was gunning for. Interesting fact, a lot of people don't know, is I lived in Pennsylvania while I worked in Ohio for 8 straight years.
Uh-huh.
So my wife was a school teacher in Freedom Area School District for 10 years, and I guess the old story, happy wife, happy life.
That's
and
right.
I made the commute. I think it was 70 miles one way. I did that for 8 years.
Well, that's long days.
Just to be a wrestling coach, and I think it paid off a little bit. Now my commute went from that to
nice.
Less than a mile.
Now that you bring the little guys in once in a while to practice, they run around a little?
Yeah, they run around. I just pick them up and bring them back. We'll probably run around a little bit after this, and probably just have a good time and get them used to the wrestling mats.
Now, being that you wrestled for the former coach here, do you have the same philosophy? Is yours different a little bit, or you build your own?
I'd be lying to say it wasn't the same blueprint, the same type of path, but I'm gonna have a different way of communicating, a different way of relating to the kids, and but yeah, the thing about Edinboro wrestling, the blueprints here, I just got to get the guys, I got to get the right kids in the weight classes, and I got to make sure I got the right culture going every day.
So how, obviously I know this answer, but when I ask you this anyway, the lifeblood of any program is recruiting. So
yeah.
How much importance is recruiting, and where do you want to recruit?
It's very important. I've been really attacking a lot of the local area kids, the best kids in the country, and locally and down south in Pittsburgh. And me and Mike were in Pittsburgh last night, and Ohio early in the afternoon. So we're in a good area, so we can get Western Pennsylvania, Eastern Pennsylvania, and Northeast Ohio are some of the best wrestling areas in the country. So yeah, recruiting's important. We need to get some guys in here that want to compete and be Edinboro wrestlers, and be that borough built mentality.
And your program is well known.
Yes, very well known.
Wrestling, I mean, it's all over the country, right? I mean, done very well.
Yeah, I have big shoes to fill. I have I have a lot to live up to, and it's gonna take a little bit of time, but we're gonna hit the ground running. We're gonna we got some obstacles this year, but I feel like in the next 1 year, 2, 3, we're gonna be back where we need to be.
That's just a few years ago they finished third in the nation.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah.
No pressure, though.
No pressure. Yeah. I mean, it speaks volumes.
Well, that's good though.
Speaks volumes. Yeah.
Well, absolutely.
You're right about the pressure, because the former coach that you wrestled under did very well. The
Yeah.
coach before him, Olympic wrestler.
Yeah.
Former AD. Now he has a different position here. Bruce Baumgartner. I mean, you walk in here and you knew what you were getting into, though, when you accepted the position.
I did. I knew the.
And you want the challenge.
The gravity of it, and I knew that the importance of it, and I don't think you really want it any other way. So
no, that's what you want. You want the challenge.
Yeah.
But speaking of recruiting, you have the boy coming in from Cambridge already. Is that correct?
Yeah. Ty Varndell's coming in, and we're excited about him. And he's, I was going after all the local guys within the immediate area of Edinboro. So we're always looking for the good local guys. And I think we got Peyton Hearn from Conneaut area.
Oh, is he coming?
Yeah.
You got 3 Saegertown boys here already.
Yeah, we got some Saegertown boys. So it's exciting.
Yeah.
We want to get local guys, get more butts in the stands.
Just going to say that brings a local interest too, right?
Yeah. So and District 10 wrestling stuff. So we got to get the best guys in here.
We got to get them in here. The bottom line is you still got to win.
You got to win. Yeah, you got to win.
And you, from being at Kent State, is there an area there that you still want to recruit from when you recruited for them?
Yeah, I have a lot of connections in Ohio.
Sure.
I got some relationships built with some coaches, and we're gonna attack those areas. I got to recruiting's it's all individual. Everybody, there's no same. There are some similar kids that have similar situations, but everybody's different, and you gotta find their niche. You gotta find their what they want to do, what kind of school they're going to be at, what they want to study. So there's just a lot of factors, and you just got to make sure you get those kids that are going to want to wrestle in a school like Edinboro and be a Edinboro type kid.
You're assistant coach, now you're the head coach. What do you notice the difference is?
I think the big difference is everybody. You have to be at the hands of everybody. Everybody needs you at all times, and you got to make sure you're on top of that. And now it's like, if you need something done, it's like you're the guy you're your own boss. So
the buck stops with you, right?
Yeah, the buck stops with me. Obviously, I have a great athletic director now, and I'm excited for her. But yeah, we're.
Which is, I think, history here too, because she's the first female AD at Edinboro University.
Yeah, it's exciting for her. Catherine's done a good job so far. Filling in and now becoming the official athletic director, and we're excited for her, and we have a big future here at Edinboro. So
how did the big Edinboro golf outing go? I was at that golf outing. Looked like there was a nice turnout. That's a big fundraiser for them, right?
Yeah, it's good. It's our club fundraising actually. Yeah, so we do it through the Edinboro Regional Training Center, the ERTC, and it's a good event. And we had 100 and some people there. It was I guess one of the bigger ones we've ever had. And
yeah, I was there. It was a good time.
Yeah, so we're looking to build upon that and keep the ball rolling.
Because scholarship numbers are actually limited. What are you allowed? 9.9, is that correct?
Yeah, you're allowed 9.9 by the NCAA. Everybody has different levels of ways to interpret that. I could talk probably an hour about that. That's what the NCAA limits you to when it comes to the actual scholarships.
You got to have that extra money around.
Yeah, so fundraising is going to be is another big key of my job, and making sure we're funding the program the best we can.
Yep.
I gotta imagine too, staying in contact with the alumni, because they might send you an email or a text and saying there's a kid out here where I'm at. You might want to take a look at. You might want to.
Yeah, you'll have those always popping up, and just picking up the phone and saying hi to people, and there's a million things I'm doing, but it's always important to reach out to alumni and say hi. So.
Well, Coach, thanks for a few minutes. We're going to get to some of your wrestlers. Great interview, but have a great time and a good luck this year, Coach.
Thanks for coming by. I appreciate it.
I'll be in the stands to watch you, Coach.
There we go. Thank you.
Yeah. Let's see who Saegertown's going to send out. He's got Cody out there, and he's got a kid named Robbie Brown. Here comes Cody.
He's going to send Cody out.
Number 1 ranked kid in the state. Better read these off quick. Who knows? Reigning state champion at 182 pounds. Was a Super 32 champion. He's going to wrestle for Edinboro next year. 4-time Tool City champion. Quick takedown right there.
Yep, Nosco took a shot.
Cody's ranked 5th in the country. Oh, there's a nice dump. Right to his back.
To his back. See, that's the thing. Whenever you're looking at takedowns and getting back points or pins.
I think sometimes, like we were talking about, it's easier to get him from your feet than it is off the bottom.
He's going to cut him again here. Nosco needs to get to his feet. He needs to be a little bit more.
Whoa, head and arm.
He's going out and attacking, but sometimes you need to be a little bit less aggressive whenever you're wrestling someone like.
Cody's a real man.
Cody. Oh, he is.
He's a good kid too. Scholastically, he's a fine kid in the school. He does a nice job up there. Well, we're here at Edinboro University, and we got a couple of wrestlers here. Prince Hain from North Andover, Massachusetts, and he's a redshirt junior. And we have Jacob Oliver from Huntington, and he's a redshirt freshman. So, you guys getting started this year already, and how's the season been going?
It's going pretty good, pretty smooth.
I started out decent wrestling at the Michigan State Open, but I actually sprained my ankle there.
So another injury?
Yeah, so I've been out, but looking to get back pretty soon.
Good.
Here in the next week or two.
Is the team pretty injury-free, or are we having little problems early on?
Nothing too serious. A couple bumps and bruises, but, I think we're pretty healthy overall.
Good. That's great. So the new coach this year at Edinboro, and how's things going with them?
Awesome. Yeah,
great,
no
great.
complaints.
I think it was a good change for the team.
Yeah, that's good.
Because, put you on the spot here, because...
It just changed the scenery and the coaches and stuff.
Yeah.
And some of us
they
needed
got Coach DePalma now too, right? He's a new coach here.
He's really good with technique.
Great.
Which helps us out a lot.
Yeah, I think it's like something
What's it up to new? After a while it gets a little stale maybe.
It's like
you've
refreshing.
been here for a while, and now you got a new start. And
a little bit younger too.
Yeah. It's just something. It's a little bit different, but I think it's really good, and I think it's working out well.
And it's interesting too. Your coach now wrestled for your former coach.
Yep.
Here.
Both of them did actually.
Yeah, actually, that's right. Both of them
before
did.
Mike
Which is very,
Coach
very
DePalma
interesting.
transferred.
You're from Massachusetts. I gotta ask you this because as soon as I found out you're from Massachusetts, I'm originally from New York.
Oh yeah,
You a Red Sox fan?
of course.
Yeah, and I'm a Yankee fan. Congratulations, but I figured out how to get that. So you must have been excited about the Red Sox.
Oh yeah, I was watching them all year.
I bet.
Yeah, it's fun to watch this year.
Yeah. So, what made you guys become wrestlers? I mean, when did you start wrestling?
Elementary school.
Why wrestling?
My dad talked about it, and I thought it would be interesting, so
Was
I
your
tried
dad a
it,
former
and-
wrestler also?
Yeah, he wrestled a little bit
Yeah.
in high school and junior high. He boxed in the military a little bit.
Okay. So still one-on-one stuff, right?
Yeah.
And you went to...
Kind of the same thing. I started young, like first, second grade, something like that. Just my dad wrestled, my uncle wrestled. I was always and then when I was younger, my dad helped out coaching the high school team, so he'd bring me to practice. So I was just always around it, and then I kind of just wanted to start wrestling on my own.
That sport's always been interesting to me because in a lot of sports, if you make a mistake, you can actually hide and people don't know you made a mistake. Wrestling, it's you against your opponent. You're out there, the crowd's out there, and if you make a bad move or something, everybody sees that.
Yeah, it's
Not
very.
only that, but you probably see the lights.
That's right. You probably see the lights. That's a good point, Dave. And you guys ever think about that? I mean, what makes you want to wrestle and you have no fear to lose, obviously, right?
To get better and see how good you can become.
Yeah, I mean, there's always a new challenge, always something you can work on, get better at. You know, it's fun, but it's tough too. At the
Very
same
demanding,
time.
right?
Yeah, it's very demanding.
Well, they got to keep their grades up. They got to watch their weight. They got to practice 2 or 3 times a day, or however many runs you through, and it's a lot of hard work.
It is.
For
And
sure.
you guys lift during the season too?
Yep.
Yep. Not as much as what we do in the summer, but we do some.
Just to maintain
Yes.
during the season. During the summer, you lift and to get stronger and quicker.
Yeah, spring and summer we go lift pretty hard, pretty heavy. Season kind of tone it down a little bit, but just, you don't want to lose all your strength and you're trying to cut weight, make weight, so.
Tell the average fan, because I know Dave knows it, because he's an avid wrestling fan and he knows a lot about it. But a lot of fans don't realize how quick you have to be a good wrestler. They think it's just strength.
Yeah.
But tell us how quickness comes into play.
I think quickness has more of a play than strength does
Absolutely.
in wrestling because, I mean, the way you move and stuff will overdo strength a lot, but you do need some strength, and in wrestling it comes into big plays too.
Yeah.
How do you improve quickness?
It's tough. I mean, that's probably like, I mean, obviously improving strength is easy. You go lift or do stuff like that. Improving quickness, a lot of like agility exercises, like ladder stuff. Just working on like explosiveness, jump rope, stuff like that. I think that helps.
When you're wrestling in college, is there scouting reports you get on your opponents? And do you think, or the coaching staff tells you this move might work better than the other move when you're wrestling this person? How's that work?
Me personally, I don't look at my opponent. I just go out there and wrestle myself. I mean, if they tell me he has a good move, like, hey, this person has like a good single, like, watch that. But besides that, I don't really watch my opponents or scout them.
You got to wrestle your match. You know your moves and your good moves, and you wrestle your match and let it go.
So as you've wrestled so long, is a lot of instinct then? You can't think about it.
Yeah.
You're not going to be quick. It's just boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, it's instinct. and what's
Reactionary
there.
sometimes.
It's a lot of reaction.
Yeah.
It's mostly all reaction.
Yeah, it's funny. Sometimes, like, after the match, I won't even remember, like, a lot of stuff that happens in the match because I don't think about it when I'm out there, It's just, like you said, it's just instinct after practicing all these years.
Just go.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of sports filming is very important today. A lot of coaches and players spend a lot of time in film and watching film. Is that true of wrestling here at Edinboro?
Yeah, we watch like our own film to see what we're doing wrong in our matches, to work on it in the practice room to improve our moves.
Yeah, I think that's just as important in wrestling as it is in every sport. You gotta see what you're doing, what you can improve on, what you do well, and then like Jake said with the opponents, I don't watch too much of my opponents, but like certain guys, certain wrestlers that I know I'm gonna face, kind of want maybe know a thing or two that they like to do a lot, but most of it's just knowing what knowing what you want to do.
Yeah, you got to have a game plan when you go in there, and you know what your best moves are, and you just go from there. And like you say, you react.
Exactly.
You go under there and you get stopped, you react and immediately go to something else.
Mm-hmm.
So, but you guys will be taking a break here for long, huh? A little Christmas break.
4 days or 5 days.
Yeah, a couple days off, but then we'll be right back.
Right back at it. What's the next event coming up for Edinboro?
We have PSAX this weekend.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. The PSAC's already.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Wow.
You guys get excited, like, I know after the holidays, Oklahoma comes in here. Is that like, you get pumped? When
Oh, yeah. I mean, in 2 weeks, we have our first home duels, which is pretty exciting. We got Kent State and Tennessee, Chattanooga. So that's something to look forward to. But, yeah, it's always nice having, like, a big school come up here. It's pretty cool.
You get a pretty good crowd here at Edinboro when they come in, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
Dave,
when they bring in an Oklahoma or Iowa or something like that,
Yeah.
it's right.
Is that exciting?
Other than that,
to
it's
get
just
out there?
average.
Yeah, it's always fun to get out in front of a crowd and perform.
Yeah.
Now, when you're wrestling, one thing about wrestling is unique too. It's a team sport, but it's also an individualized sport. The team does well, but you can move on and get all the way to nationals depending on how you perform. Is that the dream of most wrestlers, is to get to nationals?
Oh,
Yes.
Absolutely.
For sure.
yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And so you're working towards that all the time?
Yep, that's
Always.
the main goal.
It's always in the back of your head.
But tell everybody and tell us, what are you guys taking up here at Edinboro? What are you majoring in?
I'm doing HPE for human performance.
What's HPE mean? What is HPE? You said HPE?
Yeah, health and physical education.
Okay, I didn't know what that acronym stood for.
Yeah.
I know what PE stood for back then, but I'm old now.
I'm business.
What do you want to do with business?
I don't know yet.
Stock market or?
Nah, man, I still kind of lost on that subject.
You got time.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
got a lot of time.
Yeah.
I'll figure it out.
What would you guys say why people should come to this university? Why Edinboro? What have you enjoyed about the Edinboro University experience?
I've enjoyed a whole lot. I personally, one of the best things about wrestling for Edinboro is like, I feel like it's kind of, I always feel like we're like an underdog in a way, like small school up in Pennsylvania going against big schools. Like last year we traveled to Oklahoma, dueled Oklahoma State and Oklahoma. I just think it's,
You got Michigan State this year.
I think it's a good, it's really cool. It's cool for the school, I think. And, yeah.
Yeah. Anything you want to add?
Not really. He hit most of it.
Yeah. It's good.
Yeah, it's always nice to try and take out the big schools
that's
that
great.
everyone knows, you know. Make
Well,
a
we were
name
talking
for
to the
themselves.
coach beforehand, and it was just a few years ago that Edinboro finished third in the nation.
Yeah, that was the year before I got here, kind of. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, well, I was there. It was real cool.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully we can get back there and do even better.
Yeah, that'd be great.
That's the goal.
That's right.
Yeah, that's a great goal.
Yeah.
Well, guys, thanks for giving us a few minutes. Good luck to both of you, not only as wrestlers for Edinboro, but in your future. And, talking to you guys, I can tell you're going to be very successful young men in our society. So thanks for coming up.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thanks, fellas.
All right. Thank you.
Nice stand up, getting our hand control there. See him trying to bust the hands off of him. Now he just switched his hips, turned right into him, got the 2. And he's going to let him go again. It's going to be a takedown night for him anyhow. He didn't give him the 1 yet because he still has his head. There you gave it to him.
Yeah, 14-6 right now. Vath from Saegertown up.
There he snapped him by. Northeast wrestler took a little half shot there, and Tyler just snapped him past him. Got 2 more. Now maybe he's going to try to work something. Well, no, he's going to let him go again. I'm not sure that I like this. You're dominating a kid like this. Just go out there and finish him.
Yeah, I tend to agree.
He's just manhandling him. Put an old-fashioned half Nelson in there and turn the kid over and pin him.
Yeah, 16-6 right now, coming down to a minute in the second period. Vath well in control for Saegertown over Hub.
And now he's trying to pull that arm up in there into a hammerlock, and then he's got it across his back. Coming over to this other side for trying to get a little tilt here. He's got to get that knee in there better than that. Now he's going to just go the opposite way with a half.
Yeah, Hup's not going to let it go quietly.
No, he's still fighting him off. I give him credit. He's not letting him turn him over. And he's trying to stick that bar in there again. Needs to jump over this side. Right there he goes. Got him in a headlock now. 23 seconds, see if he can manage it. Nope, there you go. We got a fall. Yep. 6 points there, a pin for Tyler Vath.
We're here at Edinboro University with the Edinboro wrestling team, and we have the 3 Saegertown wrestlers up here. We have Tyler Vath over here. He's a redshirt junior. Cody Mulligan in the middle there. He's a freshman. And we have Dylan Reynolds to my right, who's a redshirt junior. And fellas, how's it been going so far?
Pretty good.
Good. I see, Tyler, you told me a little earlier I was talking to you, you're still injured, huh?
I am.
No,
yeah.
You've had a rough career up here, actually.
Yeah,
injury-wise.
Can't seem to get back on the mat.
So, but Dylan, you've been off to a pretty good start this year, is that right?
Yeah, it's been going pretty good so far, yeah.
Cody, your first go around, what do you think?
A lot different.
A lot different?
Yeah. Expand on that. What do you mean by different? How different is
it? In high school, you wrestle a lot of, I don't want to be mean, but puds.
Yeah.
In college, you kind of wrestle every match. You got to go in like they're really good, because normally they are pretty good. So.
That's why they're there, right? Because they're a good wrestler. And did these two guys help you decide to come up here?
Yeah. I thought it'd be cool to have some teammates from Saegertown on the team, and so far it's been pretty cool. I like it.
You know, Dave, and you can talk to this too, Dave. It says a lot about Saegertown wrestling when you have 3 of their wrestlers end up at Edinboro University.
Saegertown has had a really good run lately. I mean, Dylan was a state champion, Cody was a state champion, and Tyler, how many years did you place down there? I forget. You were
all 4.
All 4 years. You were a place winner down there, an all-state wrestler, and yeah. Well, they have a pretty good coach down there, but being Cody's dad. Yeah.
and now one of your coaches, who was one of the assistants, is up here as a volunteer coach, Coach Bradshaw, right?
Yeah.
So how does that work out when he comes out as a volunteer this year and sees you guys out there?
Oh, that's awesome. I was excited to hear that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Brings back like old memories and stuff like that, and have that close relationship with him still.
Yeah.
I think he just likes yelling at us.
Yeah, that's personal.
And he's used to it.
Yeah.
So he can just continue doing it, obviously. What did you guys were here before Cody's first year, but coaching changed this year. How's that working out?
I think it's great. Coach Hill and Coach DePalma, they were the first ones that came in. Well, Coach Hill was the first one that came in, and then he hired DePalma. But I think they're great guys, we all seem to get along great, and we still have Coach Church here, and then along with Coach Bradshaw. And it's just like all 4 of them, we all click well, and we're all on the same page, and everything's going pretty good so far. So I enjoy it a lot.
The team attitude has really improved. Mm-hmm. I think guys want to wrestle hard for themselves and the team. So it's an improvement.
And your staff got a little younger. That probably helps a little bit too, right?
Yeah.
Now, you were recruited by
Coach Flynn.
And were you nervous when you heard he was leaving? Did it bother you a little bit?
Didn't at first, but then once I realized who it was and got to know him more, my perspective changed. I think it's a good change, fresh. I think the room really, like they said, both those guys said they responded.
Yeah, it's all new start again. It gets, like I said, gets fresh ideas in there. And
yeah.
Did you, Cody, when you were getting recruited by Coach Flynn, did you commit?
I had already committed.
Now, you could have decommitted, correct, when a new coach comes in, if I'm not mistaken?
Well, I could have decommitted, but the rule this year, they changed to that you're allowed to transfer to without losing a year.
Yeah, it's a new rule, right?
When they bring in a new coach.
No, anybody.
Anytime.
Oh.
You don't need a new rule. Yeah, you don't need to get released or something.
Yeah, they can't hold you.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's good for the athlete.
I mean, too.
If it's not going well here, maybe they can do better somewhere else. But
good point.
It's a good room here, good wrestling room. So Tyler, what are you studying? What are you going to be when you get out of here?
I'm going to be a gym teacher, so HPE education.
Yeah, good.
And you want to, what, college?
Yeah, I'd like to keep going into school and then get my master's and then doctorate and be a professor.
Yeah. Cody, you haven't really decided yet, probably, have you?
Well, criminal justice right now. So I don't know exactly what I want to do yet, but I was thinking maybe like K-9, have a dog or something.
State police force or something.
That's a good job to get into state police. They have good benefits, good pay.
Right.
Retire early.
Yes, that's exactly right. Good career.
What about you, Dylan?
It's called Human Performance. It's like fitness and nutrition and stuff like that. Yeah, I could be like a personal trainer or like a nutritionist, something like that, like a strength conditioning coach at like a college or something.
Yeah.
Hey, Dylan, Tyler, speak to this. How tough is it to be a student athlete?
It's very hard. We have practice at 6 o'clock in the morning, and I try to wake up like an hour before a workout, so that's around like 5 o'clock. And then, around here the snow's pretty bad, so you gotta wake up early, brush your car off, stuff like that. So that's hard in general. And then after practice, you got whatever classes you're taking, and then along with practice again at 3:30, and then then you got to go home, schoolwork, and study for tests, do whatever you got to do. And then along with practices, and like this Friday, we're leaving to go to the PSAC tournament, and finals is next week. So, like, we're missing class on Friday and missing, like, the last official day of class. So that's pretty hard because you want to, like, review for your final exams because most professors, like, review for you. But so we're missing that, so we just jump in the next week, finals week, so it's pretty tough.
You guys get any help with tutors or anything?
Yeah, the college is really... you can do almost as well as you want to do as long as you put in the work.
Okay.
Now, like he said, it's really hard. Like, I'm putting in a day from 5:30 to 6:30 every day, or Monday, Wednesday, Fridays at least. And then, but like they give you the resources to excel, which is nice.
Cody, being your first year, is that a shock to you? Your first month or so? Coming up here saying, whoa, it's a little different than high school.
Yeah, more work, and high school you can kind of just slide by and just maybe look off your neighbor on some stuff or something like that. But up here it's different. You actually have to put in the work and a lot of time to study and like work outside of the classroom more than high school. So
how do you get any social life put in here, guys?
Yeah, there's 3 components: school, wrestling, and social life, and usually one of the 3 get hurt.
It's going to be social during the wrestling season, I'm
during
sure.
Wrestling season, social life, it goes down. If you don't want your grades to go down.
Exactly.
Well, you got to keep them up too. I mean, you have to stay eligible, just like you do in high school, right?
Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Coaches are keeping a track of your grades and attendance to class too. You got to go to class?
Yeah. They're on that stuff. They make sure we're doing what we need to do.
So, Dylan, you have one more year left, right? I see you're a redshirt junior, so you got a year left.
Yep.
And Cody, you're just getting started. Tyler, you've been hurt quite a bit. You got an injury red shirt coming?
Yeah, I think so. That's the plan.
Yeah. Well, that's,
Still got to talk to Gary.
Yeah, get it all worked out.
Yeah.
So, that's good. So, PX, what weight are you going to be in the PX?
197.
197.
Yeah.
Cody, you're not going, are you, Cody?
I can't go, no.
And Taylor, So you're going down
Just
there.
me,
and, where is the PX this
I
year?
think it's in Kuntstown.
Oh yes, it is.
It's pretty far drive away from here, I heard.
Well, it's over in eastern Pennsylvania, Kuntstown State. Right?
Yeah, I think so.
So, and then after that, the really good stuff gets started. The EWLs and Nationals.
Yeah, and then we got the Southern Scuffle on New Year's.
Is that going to be right on New Year's?
Yeah, it's like January 1st and 2nd, I think. That's in Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Nice.
Yeah.
That'd be a fun place to be.
That's a tough one.
It's a tough tournament, but it gets us ready and prepared for what we need to get ready for.
I see Oklahoma's coming in now.
Yeah.
Did you go out to Oklahoma last year?
Yep. I went there. It was fun.
Yeah.
It was different.
See some tough kids.
Yeah, you do, for sure. Yeah.
And that's usually when they have a big crowd here.
Yeah, last year Oklahoma State and I think Iowa came last year too.
Yeah.
Or the year before, whatever one it was. But yeah, we got a packed house here when they came.
How good can this team be this year?
Me? I think we could be great. like Tyler and Cody said, everyone has like a different attitude this year. We're all fresh, you know. We had a fresh start, and I think it helped us out really good, and I think we're going to shock a lot of people, because people are probably expecting us not to do good. We lost a couple guys, and
well, you had some pretty good transfers out, but you know, that's just the way it goes when there's a coaching change.
Yeah, but I think we're going to shock a lot of people, and I'm excited to see it.
What's your goal, ultimate goal, for wrestling?
My goal, obviously, to be a national champion, but if not, I just want to reach my potential. And I know if I wrestle the way I can do some good things, you know. But national champion. If that doesn't happen, do the best I can do, you know.
When you guys were getting recruited for Edinboro, does the history of this program, did it mean a lot to you guys? And there's a lot of history in this program at Edinboro University.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that's part of the reason you come to Edinboro. It's just a small town, small school, great history of wrestling. It's appealing to me. I don't know. It's known for hard working.
Nationally known program.
Yeah.
Dave said what, a couple of years ago, third in the country?
Third in the nation a couple of years ago. I think it was 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the year Tyler and I came in.
So was that the year you guys came in? They
would have been the year before us.
Well, yeah, after they did that. We were seniors when they had it, and then we came in, yeah.
Right.
I mean, yeah. A lot of people said, oh, you're just coming here because it's close. And it's like, no, I just like Edinboro.
And it's a tough school to wrestle. It's not like you're going to, you know, Clarion's close too, but they don't match up with Edinboro.
Exactly.
You know, at least they haven't lately.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, so. And Cody, I know you're just itching to get started.
Yeah.
You've been in a couple opens, right?
Yeah, I wrestled in 3 opens so far. Got third in each of them, but no, I think red shirt and out of the gate's kind of good. Getting your feet wet a little bit in the college atmosphere.
Yeah, get your studies under your belt and stuff, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of stress when you first come in, trying to manage schoolwork and wrestling at the same time can be a little stressful at times. So.
That's a great thing, and you're exactly right. You hit the nail on the head. You know, you come in here, you redshirt a little bit, you get used to the schoolwork, the environment's different, practices are different, your demands for you are different, what people want you to do. There's nothing wrong with that. It gives you a little extra time for social life, maybe in the beginning too, so it's not a bad thing for you. You know?
No, I mean you got to grow up and take care of yourself. Nobody's in high school. You know, you know what you're going to do. They tell you what you're going to do. Here, you got to do it on your own, or it's not going to get done.
Yeah, you know, student athletes when they go to college, it's a great thing because you learn so much about yourself, and you learn a lot about self-discipline and setting goals and trying to achieve those goals, not only athletically but academically. And they go hand in hand. It makes you a great student athlete. And you know, it seems like here at Edinboro, you got a lot of things working for you guys. You got a new young coaching staff that I think is excited about making their footprint on the program. You guys, you know, all come from the same high school, which I think is kind of cool. That really is. And it is awesome, man. You know, you guys had success at the high school level. You work hard, you're going to have success at the college level also. And Dave, you know a lot about wrestling. College wrestling is a little different than high school, isn't it?
Well, it's different, all right. It starts right off. The first period is 3 minutes long. And if you don't think that's a big difference, ask these guys.
That's a good point.
It's 3-2-2. In college, it's 2-2-2.
Yeah.
So it's, in college years ago, it used to be 3-3-3.
Did you guys notice that different when you first started wrestling in college?
Oh, it felt like it lasted forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if you were beating a guy, you're like, wow, I'm getting tired.
Yeah, this should be over with. I got a minute to go yet.
Yeah.
All right.
So that's where the conditioning is very important.
Yeah, for sure.
Gives the advantage to the hard workers.
And we talked to the other guys about this too. I know you train a lot in weight training, but you know, as we said before, a lot of people, the average fan doesn't understand. You can be real strong in wrestling, but you got to have quickness.
Yeah, you got to have it all. I mean,
reactionary time. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, you can be a bodybuilder and stuff like that, and have like no technique or anything, and that won't do you anything in wrestling. So it's you got to have it the whole 9 yards, I guess. You know, that's why I like the sport, and it's all on you. You can't blame like a teammate while you lost or something like that. But
How much have you improved, you guys, since your juniors, your technique since high school?
I'd pin my high school self.
Wow,
I
that's
think
a
so.
great
And
answer
if I didn't
right
pin him, maybe because I was tough, I'd embarrass him.
That's a good comparison.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
So technique's very important, and working on it is very important.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that since you've been here, Cody, about technique and working?
I definitely think I'd beat my high school self. Probably not pin him yet, but
Wow.
I would beat on him a little bit, I think.
Well, you never were pinned, were you, Cody?
Not in high school.
I said this so nonchalant. High school.
Actually, no, in college wrestling, I pinned myself in a tilt.
Oh, okay.
Over the summer, so if that counts. I was tilting the guy and pinned myself.
I can remember that happened to a couple of emo wrestlers in high school.
I kind of just stood up all and like.
You got to be kidding
That really
me,
just
right?
happened.
But if you're gonna do it, that's the time to do it.
Yeah.
Get it out of the way. Do it early in your career. Do it young, and not have to worry about
I
it.
have seen that happen, but I didn't know that you did it.
Yeah. I was beating a dude like 11-0 too, and then that just happened. It was
Oh,
kinda just
man.
like, what?
Was your dad there?
No, it was actually just my mom. It was down in Florida.
Oh, okay.
So he was far away. Couldn't hear him yelling at me from that far away.
Just say no critiquing right away.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Well, guys, we want to thank you for a few minutes. Good luck to all three of you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I know the community of Saegertown is proud of all three of you. And, being local, as Dave and I are, we're really proud of you guys, too, because it says a lot for the Crawford County area when you have
That's
three
right.
fine people like you guys wrestling for Edinboro University and a fine program they have here.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having us.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
I'll be in the stands to see it, fellas. So
Oh, yeah.
let's keep her going.
We will. Thank you.
For Dave Carr, this is Mike Firo saying thanks for watching Sports Close-Up on Armstrong.
It'll be Thompson's choice to start the third period, and he will go down without hesitation. He'll need an escape and a takedown to grab the lead here in the 195-pound championship final matchup of undefeateds, Dylan Reynolds and Scott Thompson. Thompson to his feet, now trails by a point.
Surprisingly, Reynolds really just let him go.
Yeah, that surprised me a bit, Jim. I thought he would try to at least get 30 or so seconds on top, but no stalling warnings yet in the match for either wrestler. I have to feel Bob Kern's thinking about calling Reynolds for one.
That's going to be a big deal. With just letting him go, he's got to make it look like he's trying to do something here for the next minute and a half to nurse that 1-point lead.
Yeah, 90 seconds is certainly enough time to get hit for stalling twice. If it was the final 20 seconds or so, you'd say otherwise, but the Blairsville coaching staff is begging for a stalling warning, but that's really the first shot that Thompson has taken here in the third period. It's just been a lot of tie-ups. There's the stalling warning as they go out of bounds.
Yeah, Thompson really didn't help himself in the sense that he's not pushing the action, which is what he needs to do.
Yeah, great point. So 50 seconds to go here in the third period.
Right now is when he needs to start pushing the action hard.
Yep, another shot attempt. Go behind attempt by Reynolds. And Thompson continuing to push in and try to get a shot off. Ticking down to about 30 seconds.
You have to think for a referee to call stalling in the state finals with 20 or less seconds left, it has to be obvious.
Yeah.
And for it to be obvious, Thompson has to push the pace.
Yeah, I think, one or two more solid shot attempts here could draw the stalling. There's another attempt. As Thompson trying to get that stall call in the final 12 seconds. Another shot attempt. Reynolds keeping him at bay. He gets behind, they go out of bounds with 3 seconds left. Two seconds left, and Dylan Reynolds finishes the season 50-0, an undefeated state champion for the Saegertown Panthers, a 3-2 winner over Scott Thompson.
And your champion, a senior, Dylan Reynolds from Saegertown by a 3-2 decision.